Welcome back to another episode of Two Bitches Reading. We're your hosts. I'm Kelcie.
And I'm Bree.
And today we're here with a very special episode involving you guys. Mm-hmm. So thank you for everyone who commented on our little thing asking to give us one line, one quote from your favorite book to convince us to read it. And you guys came through.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen. But from what you've said,
what I've
like,
said,
a lot of books like we've never seen.
Yeah. I think there were maybe like 2 or 3 that either you have read or I've read.
Yeah.
But most of them I either hadn't heard of or I just haven't read yet.
Nah, I'm excited.
So we'll see if you guys have convinced us.
Okay, bye. I don't know why. Get that shit to her.
No! So, coming in at our first comment. Okay. Are we saying the commenter's name? Or like user?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
A little shout out.
So, Kamaka underscore Po.
Hi, poo poo.
They commented a couple, so thank you. And we are going to use all of them.
Yes.
So, first one, they said, I'm pretty sure you guys read This Is How You Lose the Time War, but I can't help but love it. I haven't. Have you?
I haven't. I've been wanting to.
So, girl, you haven't. We haven't yet.
Literally, I was looking up ones that deal with like universes or something, and that popped up, like multi-universe or something.
Yes.
So I was like, give it.
Like, I wonder if it's comparable to Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I don't know why, but that's what I envision.
Because I heard
like
it's like
knowing anything
like
about
a
it.
good fucking love story.
Yeah.
It's not even about, I don't know.
It's like World War II? I don't know. I'm going to tell you guys in a second. But this is the quote that they said. Okay. Quote, I want to meet you in every place I ever loved. Listen to me. I am your echo. I would rather break the world than lose you.
Because you know what that's giving me?
What is it giving you?
His dark fucking materials. Yeah, I said TBR ASAP.
No, literally, I have too many books, guys, and now you're making it worse.
I am your echo?
That slays. Brady? Take notes.
Come on.
But here is
okay, yeah,
this is how you...
So we'll be reading.
Yes. So, among the ashes of a dying world, an agent of the commandment finds a letter. It reads, burn before reading. Thus begins an unlikely correspondence between 2 rival agents hell-bent on securing the best possible future for their warring factions. Now, what began as a taunt, a battlefield boast, grows into something more, something epic, something romantic, something that could change the past and the future. Except the discovery of their bond would mean death for each of them. There's still a war going on after all, and someone has to win that war. That's not what I was expecting.
Okay, Romeo and Juliet.
Yes, but like
time?
Like agents of time and war?
So is it like, if you like history and Doctor Who?
Yeah, I literally say Doctor Who. Which is perfect for us, because if you didn't know, on Wednesdays, we watch Doctor Who.
Oh, man, yeah.
Is that a, like, you got us?
Yeah. Bad.
Yeah, I think so. I give that a 9 out of 10 convinced.
I'm gonna go 8.75.
What's the 0.25 left?
I don't know. I feel like
Okay. And then they also gave us one more.
Mm-hmm.
So they said, this year I'm trying to read more nonfiction. Okay. One being oh my god, how do you say her name? Drew Afalo?
I think.
I'm so sorry. Follows Loud, Accept Nothing Less Than You Deserve.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's like
her
like self-help.
Yeah.
And this is the quote. Support from women is a gift. It's a resource in which you can find not only community, but empowerment. It's a place you go to recharge and remind yourself that you are loved, important, and valid in this world. That's what it always has been for me, and that's what I always want it to be for all of you.
Aww.
Makes me think of you.
Makes me think of you.
No, I didn't.
Should we kiss? No, I love that.
Yeah.
And to get a nonfiction one?
I know.
Wait.
I like that. Because you know what? Like, I also don't feel like I read enough nonfiction.
No, me
Not
neither.
that, like, we have to, but I think it definitely gives a different perspective of what's going on, and you're reading about real people or real situations.
Yeah.
So
I know, like, your last nonfiction read, which is, like, the one out of whatever, the only one. But
was 5 stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the memoir of,
Third Gilmore.
Yeah, the third Gilmore girl. Emily. Well, that's her character's name. Fuck. Kelly Bishop.
See?
Jeez.
See?
Yeah, no, phenomenal. I listened to that one.
Yeah.
Which I definitely recommend if you love her, because I love her.
Because I usually don't go for, like, people who write their memoirs or their own whatever. And it's just, I ain't anything about it, just, I like non-fiction books, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, people are obsessed with Brittany's book. People are upset with Jeanette McCurdy's. People are obsessed with her. I'm like, you know what? Let me see what these are all about.
Yeah, why not?
Plus, I've been wanting to get into my gal, Maya Angelou. My God.
Yes.
Next to Suzanne Collins. But yes.
Well, you don't know. Maybe she'll unseat her.
She probably will, because Maya. Wow, a god. Yes. All right.
So, do you think you'd read that?
Yeah, actually. Because I had no idea what it was about. I just always seen it. I'm like, what's that for you?
I had
no idea.
I didn't know that she wrote a book. Like, I know her, and I, like, obviously love her videos.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think it got, like, I don't know, it won some, like, on top 50 or top 10. I don't know, something like that.
Good for her.
Yeah.
She deserves that.
I'm convinced. My convinced rating. 7.5 out of 10.
I'd probably do a 6. Just because the way that quote, like, it was giving me self-help advice.
Yeah.
And I'm not big on the self-help books. Because, you know, I like to live in my...
But the one we gonna stand for?
Non-advised life. I should just stop.
Where I can be delusional.
Yes.
And in my own fantasy.
Depression and trauma.
But the self-help that we gonna stand by?
Yeah.
10 toes down. The 4 Agreements.
Never read it. You've told me about it.
I know, and I like so much. I really changed my perspective. But I've never read any other self-help. But that one got me good.
Should I read it?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah,
Do you
truly.
think I would actually like it? Or would I be like...
I mean, you're different. Like, that could be one that we're like, we don't agree. Different writing.
Because I haven't ever read it.
No, it was really good, though.
I feel like you and I rate the same, though, usually.
Well, I feel like we rate totally different.
I guess in your eyes.
I know.
In mine, I'm like, yeah, no, you rated it a 3, I rated it a 4. That's like the same.
And me? A whole star? That's for another video. All right.
That is.
Next quote.
Okay. So, _welcome to the Pink Bookery _ they commented 2 different ones as well. And this is the first one. Quote, if you go chasing your freedom, your fate will only follow you there and force you back.
Ooh. Wait, what book was that for?
It is for a book called Alice. So it's the Alice Chronicles, or the Chronicles of Alice.
Is there a picture?
I don't have the picture, but I do have the description of the book.
Let's hear that.
A mind-bending new novel inspired by the twisted and wondrous works of Lewis Carroll. In a warren of crumbling buildings and desperate people called the Old City, there stands a hospital with cinder block walls which echo the screams of the poor souls inside. In the hospital, there is a woman. Her hair, once blonde, hangs in tangles down her back. She doesn't remember why she's in such a terrible place. Just a tea party long ago and long ears and blood. Then one night, a fire at the hospital gives the woman a chance to escape, tumbling out of the hole that imprisoned her, leaving her free to uncover the truth about what happened to her all those years ago. Only something else has escaped with her, something dark, something powerful. And to find the truth, she will have to track this beast to the very heart of the Old City, where the rabbit waits for his Atlas.
That sounds sick as fuck. 10 out of 10, I'm convinced. I'm convinced.
Wow, I'm so surprised.
No, because it reminds me of Sucker Punch. Emily Browning movie. Yes. Where it's like, she's at the, like, a asylum, I don't know, institute, whatever, for, like, mental health, but then it's like, they're action, like, badass fighting thing, but it's, like, actually not reality and then real, and that's what that gave me, and I was like, yeah.
It's a series, so...
Yeah, I'm gonna read that.
Dang, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, you gave me Sucker Punch. I love that movie. And it was just literally giving. I was like... And then I loved the little... Oh, yeah.
I'm not super convinced, but you know what? The quote was good, but I'm not a huge fan of retellings.
Bruh.
This
is dark.
Every retelling that I've read, I have not liked. Cinder, I couldn't even finish. ACOTAR, that was shit. Sorry. I know some of y'all love your ACOTAR. But the first book was not...
What about The Witcher, that little short story?
I'll take The Witcher. You got me there. So maybe.
You literally watched Once Upon a Time. I know it's not like a retelling, but kind of.
I know.
Love that shit.
I know that.
But no, I get you.
Most of the retellings.
But no, when you're giving me like... It's going to be about like... When people, like, Shutter Island, Sucker Punch, like, y'all know the vibes I'm saying. When you give that,
yeah,
give that shit to me now.
Okay.
Like, the whole time they're actually in this insane asylum. Sorry, I don't know what that's the right term to say. But, like, they're there. But then we thought they were just, like, fantasy. Give it to me.
Okay. This is the same person, and they said another book, which I think is, like, the same. It might be the same author, I don't know, I'll have to look, but it's giving the same vibe. Quote, she looked right at me and said, Dorothy must die.
Based on quote alone, it did hit me.
Yeah, not as much as the other one?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not by the same author, it's not connected to the other one.
Okay.
But it is a retelling of a story, obviously Wizard of Oz. So here's what it's about. Danielle Page's 2014 young adult novel, Dorothy Must Die, offers a dark and twisted reimagining of the world of Oz. In this version, Dorothy has returned to Oz and become a tyrannical dictator, forcing the good to become wicked. The protagonist, Amy Gum, gets caught in a plot to overthrow Dorothy and restore balance to the magical land. The story follows the witches of Oz as they form the Revolutionary Order of the Wicked, training an army to defeat Dorothy.
That was not hitting me as much.
Yeah.
And that was too retelling. Like, a twisted retelling.
Like, it's actually in the world of
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's like too... alternate universe. You know, look one of them or whatever. I don't know.
What would you rate?
Like a 3. Sorry.
Yeah.
But your first one got me good.
No, the first one
got me good. I was
10
like,
out of 10.
10 out of 10, get a 10 now.
Yeah, I'd probably say, like, 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's just, again, not my sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it's a cool idea. Like, there's definitely an audience for this, of course. But just not me.
Nah, not me.
And next one. This is from Nurse Ashwire.
Hey.
And the quote is, there once was a girl, clever and good, who tarried in shadow in the depths of the wood. There also was a king, a shepherd by his crook, who reigned over magic and wrote the old book. The two were together, so the two were the same. The girl, the king, and the monster they became.
Ooh! That reminds me, and I don't know exactly, but that reminds me of that book that people are kind of obsessed with, that duology. It's like a girl with like the thing coming from her.
I don't know.
And it's like it looks a little... What's that book called? What if it is that?
Right, it's from that. This one is One Dark Window.
Oh yeah!
Oh, what is that?
I think so.
Okay.
Wait.
Because I think the cover I know is like
yes.
house.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Why did I think house?
Oh,
whatever.
You're stupid.
I'm bullied here.
Yeah.
One Dark Window. the Shepherd King duology, I suppose.
Yeah, I've been wanting to read that.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
Because isn't it supposed to have a really cool magic system?
Yeah, it's really cool magic, and there's like a devil evil thing like in her head.
Oh, I didn't know.
It's like in her or something, and like, I don't know.
Well, here, let me read
okay,
what it's about. So, Elspeth needs a monster. The monster might be her. Elspeth Spindle needs more than luck to stay safe in the eerie, mislocked kingdom of Blunder. She needs a monster. She calls him the Nightmare, an ancient mercurial spirit trapped in her head. He protects her. He keeps her secrets. But nothing comes for free, especially magic. When Elspeth meets a mysterious highwayman on the forest road, her life takes a drastic turn. Thrust into a world of shadow and deception, she joins a dangerous quest to cure Blunder from the dark magic infecting it. And the highwayman? He just so happens to be the king's nephew, captain of the most dangerous men in Blunder, and guilty of high treason. Together they must gather 12 Providence cards, the keys to the cure. But as the stakes heighten and their undeniable attraction intensifies, Elspeth is forced to face her darkest secret yet. The Nightmare is slowly taking over her mind, and she might not be able to stop him.
See?
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. Honestly, I hate when they, like, mention, like, the romance. But, like, in the back of the cover, because I know it's going to be, like, a big thing in the book. But, like, I'm still like, oh, no, because how's it going to play out with her, like, becoming, like, darker and darker?
I love that trope, though.
Yeah.
And I will say, the quote...
Sorry, I have something in my hair, but it's just... Never mind.
The quote that they gave?
Yeah.
Convinced me more than the description.
No, yeah, same.
So, good on you, because...
Ooh, what are you rating it then? 10 out of 10?
10 out of 10.
I'm gonna do... Yeah, 10 out of 10.
Because, like, I wanted to read it, but, like, I didn't really know what it was about. All I, like, had heard was, like, okay, fantasy, cool magic system, and that's all I'd heard. But this quote and, like, the rhyme...
I know, it's like a nursery rhyme.
Yes! Like, that got me good.
Yeah.
So, Nurse Ashfire, you got it.
Nice.
You got it.
Yeah, definitely reading that.
All right. And then we have a classic quote here.
Okay. Let me guess. After you read
it. You'll know, because I knew it, and I haven't even read the book yet. Szeth, son Villano, wore white on the day he was to kill a king.
Yes! Yes! That whole series, 10 out of fucking 10. Yes.
What is it?
The Stormlight Archive, but specifically The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. Yeah.
Do we even have to say what it's about? Yes, we do.
Yes.
So, The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson is the first book in the Stormlight Archive epic fantasy series and takes place on the war-torn world of Roshar. Is that saying right? The High Princes of Alethkar fight to avenge a long-dead king, while the ancient knights Radiant were influenced by the book's teachings. The complex story is told from multiple POVs and features immersive world building, intricate characters, and a unique magic system.
That one wasn't like the real one. But yeah. Oh, it's just so good. Because, like, the whole world, bro, the grains of sand on the ground is, like, alien. It's, like, different. And then when there's a place that's kind of like how we live, where it's, like, the grass doesn't move. When you step on it, it doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, no, it grows roots. That's how it, like, one of the characters are like that. But everything else is just so different.
Okay.
It's a lot.
So that was Brad Forth, by the way. I forgot to say their username.
Me and Brad. Me and you locked in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously you've read it.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
I'll still read it. But, like, for you, how's that quote?
For the quote itself, I'd say maybe like a 8 out of 10. Maybe it's just because I've heard it so often. Because it's that TikTok sound. That's, the son Villano.
Yeah.
And, like, that eats. It does. Yeah. And, like, I'm going to read the series. I want to. Brady and Bree have already convinced me, like, many times over. I'm not ready yet.
No, it is a lot.
Yeah.
And if it's coming in overwhelming.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, all I wanted was to read The Way of Kings. Don't care about nothing else. Just wanted to read that book.
Yeah, and I want to read everything because I commit. That's why I haven't watched all of the MCU. because I'm like, I need to watch it in, like,
it's so
I need
fun
to watch every single thing. Yeah.
But then it's like, once we get to, like, Endgame, like, the first, then I stopped. Yeah. This whole new phase. Love y'all. But
no, she doesn't. She hates you.
I grew out of it.
Ooh, she grown.
I'm grown. But no, you gotta read that.
Okay. This is another
Y'all
one.
Gotta read that. Sorry, real quick. Read it. Don't care. Read it. The Story of My Archive. Read it now. Okay.
She'll bully you into reading it.
Sure will.
Okay. Maddie.
Mad.
Said this one. Let's see if you can guess what it's from.
Okay, but.
I wish my blood had warmed it better for her.
Is it?
Yep. It kind of eats, though. Like, what is it that
Read again.
I wish my blood had warmed it better for her. You read this book, and you actually didn't really like it.
I didn't like it?
No. But you said you'd try again. You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Red Rising.
Oh. Before y'all come for me, not in the right headspace for it. Was just getting back, but like really getting into my reading journey for real.
Yeah.
And like, I just went to the Grishaverse, And so I was like, on my lighter, it's like, like that vibe.
Yeah.
And I went to Red Rising and I was like, not what I expected. Because they were like augmenting his body and putting wings on him. And
because they were like describing Red Rising as like a Hunger Games type sci-fi or something, right? Like, weren't people comparing it with
Hunger Games? They were. But it's like...
But it's not.
I mean, yeah. But honestly, it gives me more like Percy Jackson when they do the little battles or whatever. Where it's like they're in the teams. Yeah. It gives me more like that.
Interesting.
But like, yeah.
Okay, so Red Rising is a dystopian science fiction novel by Pierce Brown, where a color-coded society on Mars is divided into castes. The story follows Darrow, a Red, the lowest caste, who discovers he and his people have been deceived. They are not terraforming Mars for a future inhabited by other castes, but are instead slaves to the Golds, the highest caste. Driven by a desire for justice and the memory of his executed wife, Darrow undergoes a transformation to infiltrate Gold society and incite a rebellion from within.
It sounds so sick. I definitely want to read it again.
Yeah.
Because I was just not in the right headspace for it.
Yeah.
But like, it was pretty good.
And it's like, what, like a fucking 10
Yeah, I had no idea.
He's like, he's still coming out with them?
Back in the day when I read it, there was only like
3
or 3. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to read it.
Yeah, no.
And, like, honestly, that quote intrigues me because I'm like, okay, wait, what? The blood was warmer for what?
I know.
Why?
Do you
remember that?
That's what I was trying to think. Like, is that towards the beginning of the book?
Like, is it a drink?
Like, it's there.
Once you read it, you'll be like, oh,
I'm like,
that's what it was. But has it convinced you more to reread it?
Yeah. No, I definitely read it.
Oh, soon? How much?
Maybe I'll get into that. Like, I'm going to say it'll give me 8 out of 10.
I would say 8
I feel like my TBR, it moved up a little bit.
Yeah, same.
For sure.
Same. Dust-covered books said, quote, for a few moments in the evening, then they talked quietly and casually, as if they were old friends or exhausted enemies.
It kind of gives you like a nostalgia feeling. Where it's like at the end of the book, and it's like, we've been through shit.
Yeah.
And just like, oh, I'm crying. It's like bittersweet.
Yeah. But I love that it's like, as if they were old friends or exhausted enemies.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. No, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
What
honestly,
is it?
10 out of 10 before even knowing what it's about. It's from a book, Stoner. William Stoner is born at the end of the 19th century into a dirt-poor Missouri farming family. Sent to the State University to study agronomy, he instead falls in love with English literature and embraces a scholar's life, so different from the hard-scrabble existence he has known. And yet, as the years pass, Stoner encounters a succession of disappointments. Marriage into a proper family estranges him from his parents. His career is stymied? Is that how you say it? Stymied?
Oh, I don't know.
I was going to say that. His wife and daughter turn coldly away from him. A transforming experience of new love ends under threat of scandal. Driven ever deeper within himself, Stoner rediscovers the stoic silence of his forebears and confronts an essential solitude. John Williams' luminous and deeply moving novel is a work of quiet perfection. William Stoner emerges from it not only as an archetypal American, but as an unlikely existential hero, standing like a figure in a painting by Edward Hopper in stark relief against an unforgiving world.
That's what it looks like. I don't know if you already looked it up.
Yeah. So interesting. Not what I expected.
Not what I expected at all.
From that quote.
Yeah.
But I kind of love that.
I know. But now I'm scared that, like, I mean, it's giving, like, classic.
Right, which, yeah, me especially.
Which is, like, a hit or miss, and you were, like, a hard no.
Right.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
But, like, based on what I'm reading, like, it feels like it's going to be slow. But it could be really, like...
You know, like, what this type of book gives me is, like The Language of Flowers that I love. The Suicide Notes.
Okay.
Secret Life of Bees.
Yeah.
Like, the vibe, like, The Help.
Yeah.
Like that real world vibe.
Yeah.
Of just, like, this is life. And this is someone's life. And you're just kind of, like, following their shit.
Yeah.
And when
I feel like
you find a good one, it's like that gem.
Yeah, exactly. So you got to be in the right mindset for that, ready for that. But then it could really be like, wow, this one got me.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
I'm going to keep my 10 out of 10 rating after that, too.
I think mine went down a little bit just because it gave me the classics vibe. And only because I just read Dorian Gray and that just, like, pissed me off.
By the way, this is Merlin. He's my new little kitty. Say hi, Merlin. The camera's up there, buddy. I just want the strawberry milk.
Yeah. So I'll say 9 out of 10 still. Because I still, like, now I'm intrigued.
Yeah. That's super interesting, though. Love that quote. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
All right. Next quote was from Ashmore 3. Don't let me be your life's tragedy. Let me be one of the best things that ever happened.
Aww.
That's cute.
I like that. 7.5. Just based on that.
Yeah, I'd give it like a 7.
Yeah.
So it's from Pack Up the Moon.
Ooh. Moon? In the title?
So this says, every month, a letter. That's what Lauren decides to leave her husband when she finds out she's dying. P.S. I love you.
There it is.
Each month, she gives Josh a letter containing a task to help him face this first year without her, leading him on a heart-rending, beautiful, often humorous journey to find happiness again in this new novel from the New York Times bestselling author Kristen Higgins. Joshua and Lauren are the perfect couple, newly married, they're wildly in love, each on a successful and rewarding career path. Then Lauren is diagnosed with a terminal illness. As Lauren's disease progresses, Joshua struggles to make the most of the time he has left with his wife and to come to terms with his future, a future without the only woman he's ever loved. He's so consumed with finding a way to avoid the inevitable ending that he never imagines his life after Lauren. But Lauren has a plan to keep her husband moving forward, a plan hidden in the letters she leaves him. In those letters, one of every month in the year after her death, Lauren leads Joshua on a journey through pain, anger, and denial. It's a journey that will take Joshua from his attempt at a dinner party for family and friends to getting rid of their bed, from a visit with a psychic medium to a kiss with a woman who isn't Lauren. As his grief makes room for laughter and new relationships, Joshua learns Lauren's most valuable lesson. The path to happiness doesn't follow a straight line. Sometimes heartbreaking, often funny, and always uplifting. This novel from New York Times bestselling author Kristen Higgins illuminates how life's greatest joys are often hiding in plain sight. It's definitely giving...
I don't know.
Like, opposite P.S. I Love You.
Yeah. Like...
But I love that movie.
I'm gonna stand by that movie.
I got Brady to watch it, and he loved it.
Recently?
Yeah, like a year or two ago. Like 2 years ago, I think. Yeah.
If you haven't seen, go watch the shit right now.
Isn't it a book, too?
Yes.
I never read the book. Did you
read the book? But I think, do I have it? Not the Time Traveler's Wife.
Oh, yeah, which you really want me to read.
Yeah.
And you're talking about You hated that one episode of Doctor Who where he sees her as a young child?
No, yeah, that part's still like ick.
That's literally the time travel's right.
But it's not like that's the first. Wait, who?
Yeah, the first time she meets him. Mm-hmm. Now
it's a whole different context because we got history with them. That was over. He saw her 4 times. I was already macking on her, ready to just take on the world with her.
But that was the first time she saw him.
And so, you love that episode.
No, I don't.
I know.
I think you liked it more than me.
Yeah, no. It was like the relationship icked me out.
Yeah.
But it's still like
it was good.
It's still like got me.
Yeah,
know?
go watch that Doctor Who episode if you really
it was actually pretty good.
But
it's almost too close.
It is. But also, I mean, if you like a trope, you like a trope.
True.
And you know what? I'll eat it up. I'll put it up to an 8 out of 10.
I'm gonna do like 6.
Okay.
Just because like, don't try to be P.S. I love you.
But
maybe I'll peek.
No, look, I'm a sucker for like the person, like one person having like cancer or dying.
I know. I love that.
I don't know
cancer? Get that shit to her.
No.
In the book, the characters give that. My bad.
That's our intro.
No,
Brady.
That was good.
All right, I ate that shit up.
Yeah.
Okay, this is from Emma.
Got to every time.
Okay, they said, I have so many favorite books, but here's one from my most recent fave. And this is a quote. Hope makes its own magic. It's like poetry.
Because, like, hope makes its own magic. I'm trying to, like, contact schools. What's the story about? Trying to deconstruct it.
Do you want me to tell you what the name of the book?
Yeah.
Daughter of Smoke and Bone.
Ooh.
Like, it's giving fantasy?
It's giving, like, it's witchy.
Ooh.
I could even see, like, black witches.
Yeah.
Like, Smoke and Bone and, like...
Yeah, that's,
you know
I think, like, that book that you read, the Shadow and Bone? Not Shadow and Bone. Children of
Blood and Bone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gives that. Also, Witches Steeped
Witches Steeped in Magic? Yeah.
That's like black witchy.
That's what, yeah, no, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah,
wait, based on that quote? 7 out of 10.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd give a 7 out of 10.
Like, I'm intrigued. Yeah.
Oh my god, Jinx, you owe me soda.
Should we guess?
Okay, here is what it's about. Around the world, black handprints are appearing on doorways, scorched there by winged strangers who have crept through a slit in the sky. In a dark and dusty shop, a devil's supply of human teeth grows dangerously low, and in the tangled lanes of Prague, a young art student is about to be caught up in a brutal, otherworldly war. Meet Carew. She fills her sketchbooks with monsters that may or may not be real. She's prone to disappearing on mysterious errands. She speaks many languages, not all of them human, and her bright blue hair actually grows out of her head that color. Who is she? That is the question that haunts her, and she's about to find out. When beautiful haunted Akiva fixes fiery eyes on her in an alley in Marrakesh, the result is blood and starlight, secrets unveiled, and a star-crossed love whose roots drink deep of a violent past. But will Carew live to regret learning the truth about herself?
10 out of fucking 10.
That
10 out of fucking 10.
I'm pretty sure this is a series too. Daughter of Smoke and Bone. How have I never heard this before? Ema! Fucking killing it over here.
You just put me on bad.
Ooh. I'm gonna say that first cover with the
if I saw the first cover, I wouldn't have picked that up. Won't lie to you.
We gotta get a new cover design.
But based on these ones, those look better.
Those are better.
5 books?
Eats.
Ema.
Honestly,
yeah.
I'm gonna say this is the best one that's really gotten me.
Yeah. No, this is 11 out of 10.
Yeah. 11 out of 10.
Ema, no. Nah, she got me good.
I need more recommendations from you.
Yeah.
I feel like I can trust you, Emma.
Absolutely.
Dang.
Wow.
You got us good.
And then on a high note.
No. We got the best for last.
But we got a bonus. More?
We have one more.
Best for last for real? What?
So, this person.
Yeah.
They've been recommending this series on almost every single one of our videos. And you know what, Ben?
Please.
Ben, I will read it for you, I swear. I gotta find them thrifting, though. I thrift my books. You know what? Let's get a P.O. box so he can send us the first one.
Yeah, at least.
Ben. Here's the quote. It's a long one.
Yeah.
But you know what? I get it, Ben.
For Ben.
And that's what your holy men discuss, is it? Asked Granny Weatherwax. Not usually. There's a very interesting debate raging at the moment on the nature of sin, for example, answered Mightily Oates. And what do they think? Against it, are they? It's not as simple as that. It's not a black and white issue. There are so many shades of gray. Nope. Pardon? There's no grays, only white that's got grubby. I'm surprised you don't know that. And sin, young man, is when you treat people like things, including yourself. That's what sin is. It's a lot more complicated than that. No, it ain't. When people say things are a lot more complicated than that, they mean they're getting worried that they won't like the truth. People as things. That's where it starts. Oh, I'm sure there are worse crimes, but they start with thinking about people as things. You know what, Ben? You got me there.
Yeah.
You got me there because you know that's giving a little bit.
His Dark Materials.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you know that's my favorite.
Yes.
So that is from Carpe Jugalum. Ben's over here. That's not how you pronounce it.
Jugalum?
By Terry Pratchett.
Carpe Jugalum?
Yeah. It's, which book is it? It's in the series. I think, what is it, book 3, Ben?
Let us know. It's a comic fantasy.
Oh, it's 23rd. I knew there was a 3 in it. It's 23rd.
It's Discworld. The Discworld series. You guys heard of that? Ben, 23rd?
No, this was Ben's time to shine, and he really pulled through.
Nah, he did.
Ooh, honestly, that kind of looks interesting.
I know.
I like the cover. We're looking at the cover art right now.
All right.
So how much did that get you? Just from the quote alone. You know, when it comes to sin, I'm gonna eat it up.
No, that one got me at least a 7.
Yeah.
Because I'm tying it to His Dark Materials.
Yeah.
And that's one of my top. So I'm reading it right now.
Yes, she is.
So yeah, 7.
I would agree. 7 out of 10.
But then hearing it's the 23rd.
Yeah,
23rd. Ben.
But here's what this specific book
is
okay. About. Mightily Oates has not picked a good time to be a priest. He thought he'd come to the mountain kingdom of Lancre for a simple little religious ceremony. Now he's caught up in a war between vampires and witches, and he's not sure there's a right side. There are the witches, young Agnes, who is really in 2 minds about everything, Magrat, who is trying to combine witchcraft and nappies, Nanny Og, who is far too knowing, and Granny Weatherwax, who is big trouble. And the vampires are intelligent, not easily got rid of with a garlic enema or by going to the window, grasping the curtains and saying, I don't know about you, but isn't it a bit stuffy in here? They've got style and fancy waistcoats. They're out of the casket and want a bite of the future. Mightily Oates knows he has a prayer, but he wishes he had an axe. This sounds funny. Is it a comedy? It kind of sounds funny.
It sounds like, it's like giving like a fairy tale vibe-ish. You know, like that. I don't even know.
Yeah. Also, like, the names. Like, Mightily Oats.
And Weatherwax.
Magrat.
But it reminds me of the book...
Yeah, say it.
Okay. It reminds me of The Girl Who Drank the Moon.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because, like, in there they have, like, his name's Glurk and things like that. Like, it's just that, like, I don't know. I don't know what vibe that is or what, like...
It intrigues
genre.
me.
I know. All right, Ben. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna start with book 1.
Yeah.
Do you have to read them? Is it... Because it's, like... That sounds like its own
I know.
thing.
Do we have to read them all? Or can you pick and choose?
Or is it just like... He's like, don't you fucking dare go out of order.
Well, then why do you give us 23rd book? To give us a quote.
So I'm guessing it's like all in the same universe?
Maybe like a Brandon Sanderson.
Yeah.
Cosmere.
Yeah.
Let us know, Ben.
All right, Ben.
Or anyone else who has...
read Discworld.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Now, that was it that you gave us.
Thanks for tuning... Wait a minute.
Wait, where's the record scratch? No, because we couldn't leave you without giving our recommendations with our quotes.
Thank you.
So, you go first. Since I've been talking so much, I feel like...
Okay. Let's start. Okay. This one's like a paragraph.
Damn.
But that's how this book is written. Like, it's...
Give us a quote. All
right. The only reason you say that race was not an issue is because you wish it was not. We all wish it was not, but it's a lie. I came from a country where race was not an issue. I did not think of myself as black, and I only became black when I came to America. When you are black in America and you fall in love with a white person, race doesn't matter when you're alone together because it's just you and your love. But the minute you step outside, race matters. But we don't talk about it. We don't even tell our white partners the small things that piss us off and the things we wish they understood better because we're worried they will say we're overreacting or we're being too sensitive. And we don't want them to say, look how far we've come. Just 40 years ago, it would have been illegal for us to even be a couple, blah, 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 blah. Because you know what we're thinking when they say that? We're thinking, why the fuck should it even been illegal anyways? But we don't say all this stuff, we let it pile up inside our head, and when we come to nice liberal dinners like this, we say that race doesn't matter because it's what we're supposed to say, to keep our nice liberal friends comfortable. It's true. I speak from experience.
That's a good quote.
Yeah, no, she's not bad. Okay, this one is Americana by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But I promise you, she was so good. All right, let me just read what it's about. All right. Ifemelu and Abinze are young and in love when they depart military-ruled Nigeria for the West. Beautiful, self-assured Ifemelu heads for America, where despite her academic success, she is forced to grapple with what it means to be black for the first time. Quite thoughtful Abinze, hope I'm saying it right, had hoped to join her, but with post-11 America closed to him, he instead plunges into a dangerous, undocumented life in London. At once powerful and tender, Americana is a remarkable novel of race, love, and identity by the award-winning writer Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I had to read it for one of my classes, and I was like, this looks dense, which it kind of is.
Like, but paragraphs of text.
Yeah. But this shit was so good. I mean, the characters are so well-rounded. Like, every character you meet, multifaceted, like, beautifully built characters. And you see in both their, like, it goes back in time. So it's, like, present time when they're both, like, coming back to Nigeria. And then it goes back to, like, when they were kids and they knew each other and, like, their own journeys up to, like, the present, when they're coming back.
You're convincing them more than just with the quote.
Don't care. This is so good. I truly, truly recommend, minus the actual physical read. Oh, look at that. Get that out there. 100% read.
Is there an audiobook for that?
When I had to read it, there wasn't. Because, like, she wanted us reading that shit quick. So I was like, hold on. But, because I think the only one I saw was, like, it was in French or, I don't know, something like that. So I have no idea if it is now.
Because I'm curious.
It really was really good.
If it would be, like, easier for some readers to listen to.
Yeah.
Because I know
check that out.
I don't do well with the blocks.
No, I know.
I need it broken.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was really good. I know, like, the way she's writing, like, the quote is, like, her blog. She got, like, really popular on a blog.
That's cool.
Or it's, like Black America from a non-Black person. Or, I don't know, or a non-American Black person. Or something like that. But, yeah, so... But, like, the journey that she goes on, I was crying at one point. Me and her, our minds.
Yeah.
So I identify with this book, even though I'm not Nigerian, coming to America.
Okay. This one, I have recommended it so many times, and I don't know if any of y'all are actually reading it. So hopefully this helps. It was really hard for me to pick one quote.
I know.
I don't even know if I picked the best one. It was just one that, like, I really love. There was another
Just read them all.
There was, okay, you know what? I'm gonna read this one, and then one more that's a little more Scandi.
Ooh.
But I love it.
Okay.
Even though I'm reading about the romance, or whatever. Yeah. It's about sisters. Mm-hmm. But it's not. It's also about love.
We'll get to that one.
Okay. This is a quote. I'll give you one day at a time, Claire. But remember, I'm thousands of days ahead already.
Ooh. One day at a time.
Yeah.
Ooh.
'Cause, like, I'm already there.
Yeah.
I'll wait for you. But, like, just know, I'm already there. Like, this is a man on his knees.
On his knees.
Okay, wait, I have to find this other quote.
Yeah.
You know what? I think, like, I can kind of turn to it.
Like, do you want me to read the back while you look for it?
No.
Okay.
Stop. Okay, wait. No, I think I found it. Yes, I found it. See? I told you.
What the fuck? Miss only read it one time, right? You've only read it once so far. That's how much it ingrained in your brain.
Yeah, no, this quote I read to Brady, and I think I read to you as well. To convince you. Actually, you know, what?
You should have just...
Let me go with this one. It's just because, like, I was like, it's a little Scandi.
Yeah.
But, like, you know what? I've said fuck how many times?
Let's go.
Okay. It's kind of a long one, too.
Yeah.
Slowly, his lips touched hers, and there was a tingling, warm like cinnamon oil. So this was all there was to it? This wasn't so bad. Then his head tilted slightly, and there was this friction. It came out of nowhere, streaking through her body. Her lips parted when she gasped in surprise, and that's when things really got out of control. He deepened his kiss, his tongue darting into her mouth, and a million crazy images raced through her head. They didn't come from her. They were images from him. Nakedness and legs twining, holding hands, having breakfast, growing old. What was this mad magic? Oh God, but it felt so good. And then a little bit, it was too much. She was surely going to die. Yet the thought of stopping, of actually breaking contact with this man, this beautiful man, was heartbreaking.
For all the romance lovers. For all... now y'all understand.
Garden Spells. By Sarah Addison Allen.
Cold chills.
Okay, but here's what it's about. In a garden surrounded by a tall fence, tucked away behind a small house in the smallest of towns, is an apple tree rumored to bear a very special sort of fruit. In this luminous debut novel, Sarah Addison Allen tells a story of that enchanted tree and the extraordinary people who tend it. The Waverleys have always been a curious family, endowed with peculiar gifts that make them outsiders even in their own hometown of Bascom, North Carolina. Even their garden has a reputation. For the Waverly, history is in its soil. And so are their futures. A successful caterer, Claire Waverly, prepares dishes made with her mystical plants, from the nasturtiums that aid in keeping secrets to the snapdragons intended to discourage the attentions of her amorous neighbor. Meanwhile, her elderly cousin Avenel distributes unexpected presents whose uses become uncannily clear. They are the last of the Waverleys, except for Claire's rebellious sister Sydney, who fled Bascom the moment she could, abandoning Claire as their own mother had years before. When Sydney suddenly returns home with a young daughter of her own, Claire's quiet life is turned upside down. Together again in the house they grew up in, Sydney takes stock of all she left behind, as Claire struggles to heal the wounds of the past, and soon the sisters realize they must deal with their common legacy if they are ever to feel at home in Bascom, or with each other.
Practical fucking magic.
Meets Gilmore Girls.
And the love and the relationships in here. And the little sprinkles of magic.
Oh!
Especially like here's a soap bar. Thank you.
Thanks.
And then,
oh my god, I needed a soap bar right now.
Like, oh, I'm so dirty. Like, literally, I love that book.
Read it, please, and then tell me if you read it. Because I need that, like, you know, aftercare. I need the aftercare from you guys. Thank you.
Wow. All right. On a lighter note, guys. Here's one I also recommend and kind of been recommending low-key. Okay. I have two. One's like, that's the quote it's really known for. And this one I just like, love it. Okay. So first one's the one everyone knows. Well, you know. All right. I have to like, okay. How many feelings can one heart hold? Infinite, Luna thought. The way the universe is infinite. It is light and dark and endless motion. It is space and space within space and time within time. And she knew there was no limit to what the heart can carry.
Yeah, that's cute. That's sweet.
It's called The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly. Is it Barnhill? Barnhill. By Kelly Barnhill. Screenshot that. It's just, I mean, it's literally, what is it?
Newbery?
Newbery Award. Like, it's a kid's book. It's written very, like, poetry, but then, like, silly. But there's also gives, like, what's it called? Oh, City of Ember meets some magic.
I haven't read it yet, so.
Okay, let me read the thing.
I can help you out.
Okay.
Wait, what was your other quote?
Oh, yeah. This one's so cute. Curiosity is the curse of the clever. Or perhaps cleverness is the curse of the curious. In any case, I'm never lacking for either, I'm afraid, which does keep me rather busy.
That's cute!
I love that.
Yeah, I love that.
Yes, I'm like, bro. And you just keep getting the quotes out of this.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Let me read this about before I just start going.
Yeah.
Okay. Every year, the people of the protectorate leave a baby as an offering to the witch who lives in the forest. They hope this sacrifice will keep her from terrorizing their town. But the witch in the forest, Zan, is kind. She shares her home with a wise swamp monster and a perfectly tiny dragon. Zan rescues the children and delivers them to welcoming families on the other side of the forest, nourishing the babies with starlight on the journey. One year, Zan accidentally feeds a baby moonlight instead of starlight, filling the ordinary child with extraordinary magic. Zan decides she must raise this girl, whom she calls Luna, as her own. As Luna's 13th birthday approaches, her magic begins to emerge, with dangerous consequences. Meanwhile, a young man from the Protectorate is determined to free his people by killing the witch. Deadly birds with uncertain intentions flock nearby. A volcano, quiet for centuries, rumbles just beneath the Earth's surface, and the woman with a tiger's heart is on the prowl. The author of the highly acclaimed, award-winning novel, The Witch's Boy, has written an epic coming-of-age fairy tale destined to be a modern classic.
That's cute.
Like, it's so freaking good, and it, like, hurts your heart, and you just want to, it's like, you just feel tears just, like, sitting at the weight, and the tears just right there, and it's like, the love, but then the pain, but then, like, the jerk. I mean, a phenomenal book, truly. Truly.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Yeah.
Love it. Okay. This one, I've also talked about. I feel like, you know, these are just my tried and trues here.
And it's like, read it.
Yeah.
You know?
That, like, people don't talk about. I don't see people talk about these. So I'm going to keep repping these until people are talking about them.
Yep.
So here's the quote. It was also hard to find a quote for this one because there were so many good ones. But this is one I went with. If it was true that moss did not have roots, and maternal love could grow spontaneously as if from nothing, perhaps I had been wrong to believe myself unfit to raise my daughter. Perhaps the unattached, the unwanted, the unloved could grow to give love as lushly as anyone else.
So I'm gonna cry.
Yes, I did cry a little. It's The Language of Flowers by Vanessa Diffenbaugh.
10 out of 10, I'm reading.
This one caught me by surprise because, again,
I was not expecting.
Not knowing.
Yeah.
It got me good. Let me tell you what it's about. Acacia for secret love, daffodil for new beginnings, wisteria for welcome, and camellia, I don't know if I said that right, for my destiny is in your hands. In Victorian times, the language of flowers was used to convey romantic expressions. But for Victoria Jones, it's been more useful in communicating mistrust and solitude. After a childhood spent in the foster care system, she is unable to get close to anybody, and her only connection to the world is through flowers and their meanings. Now 18 and emancipated from the system with nowhere to go, Victoria realizes she has a gift for helping others through the flowers she chooses for them. But an unexpected encounter with a mysterious stranger has her questioning what's been missing in her life. And when she's forced to confront a painful secret from her past, she must decide whether it's worth risking everything for a second chance at happiness. I feel like that doesn't give it justice, though. No. It really doesn't.
So she told me the story, kind of broke it down.
Yeah.
So I haven't read it yet, but it's not.
It doesn't give
enough.
No. Because, it gives, like I said, earlier, it gives that vibe of, The Secret Life of Bees, the hell.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's girl, down on her luck, kind of giving up on everybody and everything, finds, one person who's willing to just let me help you.
Yeah.
And, she has to accept that help. So, going through that journey of, you know what, fine, I'll trust you. Mm-hmm. And then you also, see something in me.
That reminds me of the Silo, Jules and
Walker.
Yeah.
A little bit.
You know?
Yeah. And, and then her, again, the whole language of flowers and, kind of learning to opening up and then using that, the language of flowers and finding out that, what she knows about it isn't 100% right.
Yeah.
Also kind of breaks her reality.
That was her tried and true and wait a minute.
Yeah.
Not even that's real, you know.
And then this whole foster care thing, you see flashback chapters throughout the book that are her getting into a foster home and how that kind of fucked her life and how that changed her and how that affects her future.
Yeah.
That you're continuing to read as well.
That's the summary of the book.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I need to read that.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Oof, I'm gonna cry good too.
Yeah. And I was surprised I cried.
Yeah.
Because that part specifically, you heard in the quote, motherhood.
Yeah.
She has a baby.
Right.
Wow. That, that half of the book, not expecting that because it, you know, it doesn't allude to it.
Right.
But, I'm gonna tell you right now, that shit got me. That shit got me. They should have put that in the description of, her becoming a mother and how she, goes through that. That, oh, man.
Now I'm scared to read it because I'm a mother, so that's gonna get me.
Yeah. God. Yeah. And, single mother and,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Read that.
All right. Okay, this book, I wanted to find a quote to show how funny it is. But, they were all doing, the
heartfelt
or, you know? So I couldn't find it.
But it's funny.
But I know when I got to chapter 10, that's where I was like, yeah, I need it. Maybe I'll look and see if I can find one. But here's one that's just I've seen this one a lot.
Here, go to our Instagram at the.tbr.podcast, and if she finds the funny quote,
yes,
we'll put some of these quotes on our Instagram.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, while you're here, hit that subscribe button down below so you never miss a video from us. And the notification bell.
All right. If you're lucky, you meet a lot of people who If you're lucky, you meet a lot of people you like enough to touch them. If you're really lucky, you meet a few who you like enough to let them touch you back. But if you're very lucky, you meet that one person who touches you in a way that makes you feel like you're standing up a little straighter, like you're breathing a little clearer, like you were walking hunched over your whole life and you didn't even know it.
Aww, that is cute.
Nah, she's a lesbian. And you're talking about her girl, bro. It's I loved it, but it's toxic.
Oh.
But like I said before, because I did recommend this book, if you like Arcane, if you like League of Legends, which is Arcane, read that book. That's literally Arcane.
What's the book?
Oh. Seven Blades in Black by Sam Sykes.
Whose mom wrote Outlander.
Yep. I will say, I gotta say it each time, it's very long-winded. Especially like
the second half.
The second half. But the first half is so good, so funny. Okay, hold on. I gotta check real quick. Because I remember it was just like right there. I was like, boom. I'm laughing back and forth. Okay, this one's like a little preview into like how, like who Sal is and like her funny kind of like quips. So like we know those names. Tretta said icily. The first time I ever saw them was 3 years ago. Blah, 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 blah. Talking about this person. Really? Sal smirked. They'd be delighted to know they were famous. She reached for her cup. Tretta's fist came down the table again, sending it tumbling to the floor. Sal watched it shatter with a wince. Well, that was rude. She began to look up. What am I going to drink? She was cut off by a pair of gloved hands seizing her by the collar. And then blah, blah, blah. But like, she does these little quips that are like, well, that's rude. Or like, you know, like she's like holding her. She's like, do you mind? Your breath kind of stinks. Like she's just like silly, goofy. Like I wish there was like one quote that was like really good. But it's just like the whole time, this girl had me laughing and giggling.
Yeah.
But anyway, she's so funny. She's literally like Arcane, the main sister. I forgot her name. And then her girlfriend is like Arcane, her girlfriend. So like read that. The first half, at least, because it's really funny.
While you're at it, just finish
it.
Oh,
sorry. What's it about?
Oh, what's it about?
Her magic was stolen. She was left for dead. Betrayed by those she trusts most and her magic ripped from her, Sal the Cacophony has nothing left but her name, her story, and the weapon she used to carve both. But she has a will stronger than magic and knows exactly where to go. The Scar is a land torn between powerful empires where rogue mages go to disappear. Disgraced soldiers go to die, and Sal goes with a blade, a gun, and a list of 7 names. Revenge will be its own reward.
Honestly, that eats.
It does.
Also, while you're listening to us give our quotes, we want to hear out of 10, like, how much did we convince you?
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
I have two more for you, okay? I have 2 small quotes from this one because I couldn't pick, but they give the same vibe. Mm-hmm. So, this quote. Whether someone is useful only matters if you value people by their use.
Ooh.
And then this one. I'm not signing up for any end of the world that my sister can't be part of. And when you know the context of that, that hits harder.
Yep. I love it.
So this is the book On the Edge of Gone by Corinne. What?
There was another quote that I had liked from that one because I was going to use it in our thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Find it.
Okay, read it to them. I'll just find it.
But yeah, so this is, it says, January 29th, 2035. That's the day the comet is scheduled to hit. The big one. Denise and her mother and sister, Iris, have been assigned to a temporary shelter near their hometown of Amsterdam to wait out the blast. But Iris is nowhere to be found. And at the rate Denise's addicted mother is going, they'll never reach the shelter in time. Then a last-minute encounter leads them to something better than a temporary shelter. A generation ship that's scheduled to leave Earth behind and colonize new worlds after the comet hits. But each passenger must have a practical skill to contribute. Denise is autistic and fears that she'll never be allowed to stay. Can she obtain a spot before the ship takes flight? What about her mother and sister? When the future of the human race is at stake, whose lives matter most?
That one was pretty good.
It was good.
And I love reading the point of view of, like, someone who is autistic.
Yeah.
And, like, is more, like, outwardly that you can, like, tell, you know? Or,
the
like,
way that she speaks and interacts with people.
Yeah, yeah. Like, it's really, really cool. Mm-hmm. Mm. And she does her own business. She's like, I'm going to handle business.
Yeah. And she makes surprising choices.
Yeah.
Like, I was surprised by, like, oh, you, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, really interesting.
Yeah.
Did you find it?
Yeah, I think so. Okay.
Hang on, keep that up here.
Does it hurt you or something? Can I ask you that? Eye contact? No. Maybe it hurts for some people, but not for me. I've tried for years to put it into words. All the things I want to compare to it. Music that's too loud, flavor that's too strong, images that flash too quickly are different for other people too, so it never feels quite right. I can't do it for like half a second. I can do it for like half a second. Anything longer is just too much, too intense. It scrambles my brain. It's intimate, I think, but don't say aloud. Right, he says slowly. Like a shock, I say, trying again. Like a jolt that goes through me the second I make eye contact or someone touches me when I don't expect it. Like those things are so suddenly, so present, so loud and intrusive. It's so overwhelming, I can't think right. Like, I just love, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Super good. So, definitely read that. Mm-hmm. And then the last one.
That is it. Read the quote.
Read the quote. People, Geralt turned his head, like to invent monsters and monstrosities. Then they seem less monstrous themselves. When they get blind drunk, cheat, steal, beat their wives, starve an old woman, when they kill a trapped fox with an axe or riddle the last existing unicorn with arrows, they like to think that the Bane entering cottages at daybreak is more monstrous than they are. They feel better then. They find it easier to live.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all heard that name, girl,
yup,
it's The Witcher.
Yup.
I'm gonna totally.
You got it.
Andre? Do we think that's Andre? Sapkowski.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's Polish.
And they got like translated.
Yes, translated by Danusia Stock.
I've read it. It's really good.
It is very good. So the first 2 books technically in the series are like a collection of short stories, and then it gets into like the main thing. But like you have to.
But it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first book is The Last Wish, which is what this quote came from.
Yeah.
I mean, let me tell you what it was about.
Please.
Just a little bit. If you don't know. So, Geralt of Rivia is a witcher, a man whose magic powers, enhanced by long training and a mysterious elixir, have made him a brilliant fighter and a merciless assassin. Yet, he is no ordinary murderer. His targets are the multifarious monsters and vile fiends that ravage the land and attack the innocent.
Very simple.
It is simple.
He's a monster hunter.
But like,
there's a prophecy.
And is he a monster himself? Because people treat him
are
as such.
entwined.
And fate, and he becomes daddy.
You're not wrong.
Although, I'm gonna tell you right now. I finished, which book was it? Book 4? Book 5? No, book 5. Someone gets pregnant. Okay? And she doesn't want the baby.
Okay.
And someone is like, okay, well, she doesn't want the baby, but like, you know, it's like 3 men that that this guy's talking to about this situation. Mm-hmm. He's like, she needs you guys, she needs you guys here for this, you know? And my man Dandelion.
Okay.
He's like, yeah, let her have her choice. We love, pro-choice.
Pro-choice.
And then the other guy was like, yeah, well, in my country, like, it's always up to the woman.
Yeah.
Geralt comes in being like, oh, I can't be part of this. And even Dandelion calls him out. Dandelion's like, whoa, Geralt. What do you mean? You can't be part of this. Geralt, you're not pro-choice. He literally asks, he's like, what, you don't think that the woman should choose?
And what do you say?
It was very cryptic. Because Geralt, I think though, this stemmed from the fact that like, the prophecy that and him becoming daddy, he was like, I'm on a journey to find my daughter right now, and I can't think about that, and why should I be involved? But also like, I can't tell her to kill the fetus to have an abortion. So it was like, it was off. It was a little off for me, and I was like surprised because like Geralt, like that, like this quote was what he said. Yeah. And he's also like, well, I'm a help where I can, but he's also like...
He's also very like,
I'm neutral.
Yeah.
But that like changes. He's growing. But I was like, Dandelion.
Yes. That's my man.
My troubadour.
Man.
Yeah. So 2 out of the 3. But yeah. But she ends up having a miscarriage.
Who is it, the girl?
Yeah. Well, the girl had a miscarriage.
No, I mean, who is it? Who's the girl?
You don't know her.
Okay. Good.
But anyway, spoiler. Wow. But read it still. Like, it's very high fantasy.
If you listen to audiobooks, the audiobooks are really, really good.
The audiobooks are where it's at.
Yeah.
Very good.
Very good.
Yeah.
I also like turn up just a tiniest bit. Not too much.
I can't. Really? That one I have to listen at 1 time speed. He talks at the perfect pace for me. But he also does voices and it's other accents. So for me, I think I need that to process it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But
I just turn up just a tiniest bit. Because usually I'm like, crank it up.
Yeah.
Because like, that's
1.35. Yeah.
I'm like the 1.5 at least.
Yeah.
That's how my head is. But here it's like 1.2 maybe. But like, it's so good.
He's really good. He's really talented.
Like, almost better than the story itself. Just like, talk.
Yeah.
Talk to me. Don't care.
Literally. Great voice.
Yeah.
Great voice.
Really, really good. And they're on YouTube.
Yes, for free.
Okay.
Any last words? Any last quotes? Any last lines?
I need y'all to read 7 Blades of Light because, like, I know what I was saying. Like, you really need the context and, like, more of it. But it's, like, so funny. I promise you.
No, we need you to read all our books.
Yeah.
Because we'll read your books.
Yeah. So especially Daughter of Smoke and Bone or something.
You got us.
That's the one of the day. That's the one of the day.
Yeah, truly.
Sorry, Ben. But that one got me good.
He's over here.
And you know what?
This world will get there. You know what?
We'll get there. We really will.
And we will.
We will. But anyways, let us know how we did. Let us know if you like any other quotes. Like, drop your quotes down below because I'm always needing, like, get me.
Yeah, get me. We'll do a part 2 if you give them to us.
Yes.
So, give them to us. Thank you so much for watching or listening if you're on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or other listening things. Platforms. Again, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell.
Like, comment.
Go on over to our Instagram and TikTok at the.tbr.podcast. And we'll see you next week. Bye!